This season is called Home, and there are two reasons for that. Spiritually, God has welcomed me back home, a story that will unfold throughout this channel. But this series is also about a physical journey. After spending 11 years living alone, to living with my husband for a year, then moving back in with my mum at 36, there's been a lot of change. Now I'm home. Get comfortable as we unpack.
Return of the man, there it is. Return of the man, once again. Return of the man, watch my flow. You know that I'll be back. Here I am. Return of the man.
Blessings for obedience. Deuteronomy 28:6. You will be blessed when you come in and blessed when you go out. Are you comfortable? Let's start from the beginning. Hello my beauts, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name's Mary. I'm a natural hair and lifestyle content creator. I'm gonna be drinking as I'm talking, so get yourself a cuppa as well because it's so cold. It's so cold. As you can tell by the title and intro, I'm embarking on a new journey, and of course I'm taking you guys along with me. Now we have to go back to the beginning because it only makes sense to start from the start. In November 2022, at the tender age of 36, I gave my flat up and went to move back in with my mum. I had been living in my flat by myself for 11 years. And in September of 2021, my husband came and joined me. We lived in the flat together for a year and almost 2 months before we gave the keys back to those who owned the property. There were a number of reasons for doing this. Like I said, I've lived in the property by myself for 11 years, and during that time, there'd been quite a few occasions where I had annoyances with the neighbours. I would go and speak to them about it, but I had quite inconsiderate neighbours at times, and by 2022, I had just reached my peak, I would say. I felt that I was paying money for rent and I wasn't happy where I was. And not only that, the flat had a lot of issues. Although there were issues that could be rectified, it was a reoccurring issue. So that was annoying to me. And then not only that, when my husband came, he then was having problems sleeping because of how inconsiderate the neighbours were. And I could see how much it was affecting him physically, mentally. We discussed a few times leaving the flat. We discussed about, you know, making sure that our deposit was good enough for us to buy a property. And that initially was our plan. We wanted to move from the flat into our house. But unfortunately, November 2022, that period is when they started increasing electricity and gas. And for me, it just did not make sense us spending even more money on bills when we could move out and decrease our expenses. Well, that's what I had planned.
What you doing? You wanna make a vlog?
This morning, my husband took the bed down. It's been really hard at work today. Currently, he's used filler to fill in where the TV mount was. Thanks, babe. Can it fit?
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The sofas are gone. Cooker's gone. Fridge freezer going. Cleaned the flat up, made sure everything was how it was when I got there. I left it how I met it. almost, because like I said, there'd been some issues with the flat, and we moved into my mom's. Before Eric came, I'd already been saving for a house. I would say in 2019, that's when I really started going hard in terms of saving a deposit for a house. I didn't always know that I wanted to buy a house. I was very indecisive, simply because I didn't want to be tied to a mortgage, and I didn't know whether I wanted to live in the UK for the foreseeable. There was just a lot of what ifs going on in my mind. But having said that, I was still saving for a house, just in case I woke up one day and decided, oh, I want to buy a house now. I would say I already had a fairly good deposit to buy a house by the time we had left, but that deposit would not have stretched far enough for us to get a house that we really wanted, or that was within a particular price range, I would say. Our intention when it came to moving back to my mom's was for us to save within that year and get a bigger deposit, and hopefully have found a house, has signed a contract, and be ready to move into that house before the year was up. Spoiler alert, obviously that's not what happened. Moved into my mom's, it was all good, we were settling in, everything was fine. Was still paying some bills, but it was not as high as living by ourselves. We didn't have rent, electricity, gas, water, council tax, you know, everything all in one. Knowing that we were saving for a house and that was the next step, I personally feel that because I don't know if deprived is the right word, but I had been very strict on saving, and as a result there's a lot of things that I didn't do because I knew that I had a goal in mind. Even though I wasn't sure whether I wanted to buy a house, I knew I had a savings goal in mind regardless, and so that's what I was aiming for. So when we got to my mom's and I saw the amount of disposable income we now had and we were still able to save, yeah, I got excited. That's when you saw me flying on business class for the first time, taking 3 or 4 trips in a year. Yeah, that all happened in 2023 because of that. So being at my mom's, I didn't save as much as I should have, and I don't have any regrets, I'm not gonna lie, only because I hadn't balanced myself well enough. All I had focused on for 4 years was saving, and so as a result I didn't enjoy life. And I knew that when we bought a house, if we got to that point, that the likelihood of me quote unquote enjoying, for me enjoyment is traveling and just, you know, having experiences with family and friends. Buying a house, I knew that I would have to make some sacrifices again, at least for another year or two, just while we adjust into like paying for a mortgage and bills and stuff like that. So 2023, whilst I was at my mom's, like I said, I wanted to enjoy a bit just before getting tied down to a mortgage. I got my teeth done, and for those who have done Invisalign, you know how expensive that is. So the money was not being saved appropriately, considering the whole point was for us to move in so that we can save even more, right? So I was still saving the same amount as I was saving had it been we had still lived in the flat, but it was just that I was now doing things that I wanted to do that I couldn't do because I'd rather save and then whatever money was left, make sure that all the bills for the flat was paid, kind of thing. Even though, you know, I was trying to enjoy life, I obviously still had it in mind that we were trying to buy a house. I would say from December to June 2023, I was looking for houses online, and I was just looking at the kind of houses that were available. I wanted to see what we could get with the deposit we already had. I wanted to see where we could buy and stuff like that. So I was looking online all the time. I remember my friends were looking for me, my sister was looking for me, and I saw quite a few houses. During that time is when I developed my non-negotiables. So my non-negotiables, minimum 2 bed, you know, maybe we're just going to do a starter home and then in a few years sell it and get a bigger house. That's what we were thinking. I wanted a separate kitchen from the living room. I don't like this open plan stuff. That's not for me. And I wanted an area where we can have a dining room as well, and parking. Even though we didn't have a car, and we still don't have a car, I still wanted us to have parking, right? and a garden. So those were my 6 non-negotiables. Is it non-negotiables or negotiables? No, non-negotiables. Garden, parking, separate kitchen, space for dining area, 2-bed minimum. I'll just say 5, okay? Knowing this, I was looking online, seeing what we can get within my price range based on that. Saw a few houses, went to visit a few in London, and yeah, that's when I made up my mind that actually no, let's move outside of London because we can definitely get more for our money. Now I'm thinking, okay, we're moving outside of London, where are we gonna move to? My sister had just left Essex and that's where she had been living for a while, and my friend Sarah had been living in Kent for a while. Decided we were gonna look at Kent simply because some of the houses that I was seeing in Essex were deep Essex. I'm talking about Colchester, near the seaside, okay?
Tell me you're a London babe without telling me you're a London babe.
Of the 2 places, I really liked Kent. I went to uni in Kent, and Kent has always been a place that I really enjoy, and it's still close to London. I wanted somewhere where door to door from my mom's house to our house, it would be maximum an hour and a half drive, including if there was traffic or anything like that, right? Kent is called the Garden of England. There's so much greenery. It's just beautiful around that area. Yes, Essex is nice as well, but I was also thinking about the future in terms of schools, and Kent had better schools than Essex. So something that decided was a non-negotiable was location, and Kent happened to be the area where I said, cool, let's move there if we're gonna buy a house outside of London. So I'll say around July, that's when we started actually visiting houses in Kent. And in this video, I'm going to show you 3 of the houses that we visited. Fun fact, during the time we were visiting houses, my friend Sarah, her brother was also looking for houses. House number 1 and 3. You might hear Sarah and her brother in the background as well because we ended up seeing the houses at the same time. But anyway, let's get into it. So house number 1, it's a terraced house with off-street parking, had newly been renovated, and the back had been extended to include a guest toilet and a utility.
Empty anyway, so it's hard to park actually, isn't it? Like a little bit further down, that's the only thing. I always manage to get parked. Are they just about to pull up, did you say? Or
They're coming.
oh, okay. Do you want to wait for them?
Oh, we can start. They're not here. I don't know if they're going to wait.
All right, no worries. So it's obviously had a complete refurb.
Yep.
All carpets and paint and kitchen. Everything's been done. The only thing that's not brand new is the windows, but the windows are all good.
Okay.
Nice understanding.
Storage. Okay,
yeah.
nice.
Into the dining room or second lounge, however you want to use it. And, yeah, that is the access to the garden. We'll go out there in a sec.
Okay.
So kitchen's all new. It's all really nice quality. Is that the boiler there? Yeah.
Okay. This boiler hasn't been changed though, has
The
it?
boiler's not brand new, but
Okay.
it's all working order.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. And so this is a small extension on the back.
Okay.
So, which is given the downstairs
Toilet,
and utility. So you do have plumbing there.
Yeah.
For a washing machine and then put tumble dryer on top, that
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Okay.
So another access to the garden. But I don't know if you want to do upstairs first and then we'll grab a shoes and go out.
Yeah, we can do that. What kind of situation is the cellar in?
So this is just an empty property. It's one of their, they used to rent it out and now they've done it up to sell it.
Okay.
So it's completely end of chain.
Okay. So they're not necessarily in a rush to sell.
No, they're not. They're not sort of thinking it has to go. They're in any sort of situation. But yeah, just time to put it on. They said now. So,
Okay.
So they've flipped the staircase round here so that you can have separate access to the bathroom.
Okay.
Because usually, if you've seen many of these houses, you would walk through one bedroom to get to the bathroom, or one bedroom to get to the third.
Oh, okay.
So they've made it more functional.
Okay.
So this is the main bedroom. They've all got the feature fireplaces for the, like, you know, they are just features now, but they were the original 1900s.
Okay.
So second bedroom.
Yeah.
These are all like original doors and everything, so they've just painted everything up. Had a nice job done on it.
Okay. It's just storage space.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I was looking the other way, sorry.
Sorry, it's okay. What do you think?
Yeah.
Exactly.
No worries, thank you. Bye. Sorry, that's the girl's new and she's just asking questions, that's all.
That's fine. You can come in. You have to take your shoes off, yeah?
Okay.
Let's go to the garden. You can speak to them if you want. We'll go to the garden.
Yeah, no, wait, let me open that up for you.
Okay, thanks.
Right, might be a sec, I'll just open that front door. There is the 2 ways out, but I'll open
Yeah.
this one.
Thank you very much.
There we go.
Thank you.
No worries.
So we'd have to. It's long, isn't it? They've extended. Hi. For me, this house was okay, but I wasn't in love with it. I appreciated that it had 2 reception rooms because, like I said, I wanted a place for my dining area because I want to, you know, have guests and enjoy family time and stuff like that. But immediately getting to the house, we had to park about 7 minutes walking distance away. I was not impressed by that because I just thought, so if I have shopping on a rainy day, this is how I'll be fighting to park in front of my house because the street is busy. No, thank you. I was not interested in that at all. And then the nail on the coffin was when I went into the garden and I saw how easy it was for me to literally jump fence to other people's garden if I wanted to. When we're looking at the garden, you heard me say hello to someone because the neighbor to the left had come out and was just staring. She was just staring at me. So I was like, hello? You know, like, you're just staring. Why are you... That already was a no because I'm not going to be living in a house where every time I come to my garden, you're going to be out there just looking at me. Why? Why should I be uncomfortable? And it's the fact that I had to say hello to her. She said hello back, don't get me wrong, but I was just thinking it's weird. In as much as it's a nice starter home, it wasn't a nice starter home for me. And Eric also didn't like the garden. I wish he was here so that he could also let you know what he didn't like about the houses. But he too, when he saw the garden, he didn't like it. House number 2 was in Rochester. It was a semi-detached house, off-street parking again, but unlike house number 1, we could actually park right in front of this house, which was great for me because the street wasn't too busy. The house was on a hill. It had a ramp, but it also had steps. This house again was newly renovated. A utility and guest toilet had been included. The bathroom upstairs was new. Kitchen was new. And it had a space for a dining area. Hi.
Timmy.
Mary.
Mary.
Yep.
What time is it for?
12:50.
12:50.
50.
Oh yeah.
Good, thanks. We should take our shoes off here, yeah?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Lovely new carpet. You wouldn't want to get it all mucky for you.
Right.
Come on, you guys. How you been? Busy?
Yeah, we have been actually.
Lots of viewings today, or?
2 so far.
Okay. Have you looking for a while?
Yeah, a bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
on and off. Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. So lounge area here. Okay.
Okay.
Through the back, you've got the kitchen. There's a dining area, utility area, and a downstairs loo as well.
Okay.
What brought you to this one? Was it the location or?
So I've been looking in Kent, and our budget kind of brought me here.
Okay. Everything
yeah.
in here is brand new.
Yeah. This is the utility. This is a
And
toilet.
that's the downstairs loo.
Yeah.
You want to go into the garden, go in there on
the way out.
Grab your shoes
Yeah.
and go back out there.
Yeah. Okay.
Heading up the stairs, you've got the 2 bedrooms and also the bathroom up here as well.
Okay. No, these stairs aren't as narrow as the one we just came from. Okay.
So that's your second room, this one there.
Okay. This is bigger than where we were coming from. Let's see. We've already recorded it. Thanks.
And this one, this is the master room.
Okay. Yeah. They're good sizes.
Lovely rooms, aren't they?
Yeah. Really good sizes. Oh.
Oh, look, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's this? A storage?
Yeah, there should be storage in there. That's it.
Yep. More
Handy?
storage. Very handy. The Hoover can stay there.
That's it.
Alright. That's cool.
Well, guys, we're going to the garden. Go grab your shoes and go on up there.
It's the garden. So what's the position of the cellar?
This is just empty. This is what it does for a living. He buys and sells houses, so.
He's not
No.
desperate enough for lower offers. No. Okay.
You guys go on up the way, it's taking the place.
Okay. Ooh. This is the garden, boy. Yeah. This is a lot. It's a lot to do. Is this open? There's nothing. I wonder if we can knock them down. What are they there for?
Yeah, you can. This is nice, you know.
What are you gonna do with it?
You can have like a barbecue over here,
Okay.
and we can use this as a shed. You know, your
I don't think they're open.
yeah. As long as it's out, you can open it. You can put it down.
You don't know what's inside?
What's going to be inside?
I don't know. Bedroom sizes were, for me, decent. They could both fit a double bed. I saw the garden and I said, this garden needs a lot of work, okay? There was an outbuilding. I heard later on that the owner used to, is it rear pigeons? What's the word? But he used to look after pigeons or whatever the word is. And I think that was their pigeon coop. So the fact that I couldn't open it anyway when I went to check it, that already was giving me concern, because I said, I can't open this thing. How are we going to get rid of it if we buy this property? And then I didn't like the steps in the garden either. The garden just needed work. So I was saying that if we do go for this house, just know that there's a lot of work we have to do. The other annoying thing was I could see that the renovation was cheaply done. It wasn't given high standard. Although the house for me was a good starter home, 2-bedroom, you could comfortably live there. I don't know, there was just something about it that I wasn't really feeling. House number 3, again, this was on a bit of a hill. Had steps leading up to the house. It had a driveway in front of the house and there was off-street parking as well. It was a 3-bedroom terrace, newly renovated, and the garden I really loved. It did not need any work, just for you to keep mowing the grass. So I appreciated that. Where did I put the brochure? I think I've left it downstairs.
It's very small.
That'll be an office.
You like it?
It's cute for a starter home. It's cute.
kitchen is new. The only thing is that the freestanding units, and what it says is, depending upon the price, whether you leave them, keep them or not. So they're brand new, no experience them before, but they have, you'll see when you go in there that they are freestanding. So we'll start upstairs, and then by that time, it's free to come. And I'll give you a brochure.
All right, thank you.
Just take up the garden again. Ooh. Oh, it's really nice. It's good for first time buy. Nice
Yeah.
starter home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Area?
Yeah, that's what I want to go and kind of look
Have a look
around
around.
now. Yeah.
Where are you coming from? Manager for Rochester. This comes under the Rochester office. We've got, people sometimes get confused. We've got a branch in Rochester and across the road in Stroke.
So the thing that I don't really like is the stairs leading up, because if you're not here struggling with shopping, you know. But it's a nice house, but I think it's small.
Yeah, it's very small. How much is it?
My issue was the rooms were really small upstairs. Even as we left, I'm sure you heard Eric say, oh, it's just really small. Those are the 3 houses we saw, and we actually put an offer for one of these houses. I want you to guess which house we put an offer in for. House 1, which was the terraced house. We parked and had to walk 7 minutes to get to the house. In the garden, you can see everyone else's garden, and literally jump fence if you wanted to. They had extended the back to include a guest toilet and utility. House 2 was the one that, again, off-street parking, steps and a ramp to get up to the house. Newly renovated, new bathroom, new kitchen, utility and guest toilet were a new addition. Double reception, but the garden was a mess. Or house number 3, newly renovated, had a driveway, garden was in excellent condition, bedrooms were small. House 1, house 2 or house 3, leave your comments below. I want to know which one you think we put an offer in for. That's episode 1 of home. If you have any questions, do leave it in the comments below. It might be questions that I answer in the following episodes, but I will definitely be giving the backstory as we're going along as well. Obviously, we had moved to my mom's, so how that went, how long were we there for in the end, etc, etc. I'll let you know all of that. But if there's any specific questions, just put it in the comments and I'll either answer in the comments or I'll put it in the next video. That is it. Thank you for embarking on this journey with me. To find out which house we put an offer in for, make sure you watch episode 2, which will come out next week. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up so that I know to continue. I definitely want to be doing content that you find interesting this year. So if this is something you're finding interesting, please put a thumbs up or leave a comment. Just let me know. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please like, comment, share and subscribe. I love you guys and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye.
Watch my flow. You know that